At the Cal-JAC, we do offer Cal-JAC academies. So there's an EMT academy and a paramedic academy. And so both are free, for the people that are applying and want to get into it. And we bounce these academies all over the state. But we model them after the fire service, which has a paramilitary structure. And so we find that when we say that to candidates, there's not always a clear understanding of what that means. But can you maybe break that down? What is paramilitary? What does that look like? What does it consist of?
Having not experienced the military, it's the way that we have structured some of the things that we do based on the way that we do business in the fire service. There is a rank structure, an obvious chain of command. There is a portion of danger in what we do, so some things have to be absolute. But where we're really paramilitary, in my experience, is in your training, in your in-service training. I had never marched before. I went into the academy and learned to march. Week one, sometimes day one, a veteran will come out, or a handful of them will come out and teach people how to get their ducks in a row, if you will, because that's going to be a part of your life for the entire in-service process. We only have so much time with a recruit, and we've got a lot of ground to cover. And so that process, it's a good foundation to start from.
Paramilitary to me would mean sailors, soldiers, you're trained the same. Your boot camp, you're coming in, you're in service academy. Those are things that they're gonna kind of shape you up, square you up, as we say, into a functioning member of that agency. So whether you're in the military or in the fire service, and learning that structure and understanding that rank. To me, that's what paramilitary means. Like if you didn't serve in either one of those, and you're outside looking in, you're going to be trained the same way in the military as you're going to be trained in the fire service. And that's just the fundamentals to me.
Let's talk about how the fire service correlates with paramilitary. And so I want to thank you for both of your breakdowns on that. But I want to think about how the fire service correlates with paramilitary, and then also how that relates to family.
Paramilitary with the fire service, there's that rank structure that exists. So as you come in, you're E1, E2, E3, you get some rank, you'll be E4, and so on and so forth. Mirroring that to the fire service, you're coming in as a firefighter, you'll promote in rank, you make it to engineer, and then you'll make it to captain, and then you'll make it to battalion chief. So just recognizing as you climb that ladder to different ranks, there comes more responsibility. You're more task-driven as a firefighter. As an engineer, you're still a little bit more task-driven, but you're the first level between your personnel and your immediate supervisor. And then once you get to that captain rank, you're basically in charge of personnel and safety. Battalion chief is going to be policy, operations, staffing, and things like that. So I would say just having that understanding of when you come in, understanding paramilitary and rank structure, it will help you know your place where you fit in when it comes to missions and getting the job done.
I think it's in the connection that both the fire service and the military is mission-driven, mission-focused. The mission set that we go out and do is performed by human beings and all of the challenges that come with that. So both entities, the military and the fire service, have naturally developed this, what we call fire family. The people that come to my weddings or funerals or camping trips are people that I work with and the people that I've worked with for a long time. They're the people that will also support my family should something happen or vice versa to us on the job. Both of those entities, the fire service and the military, have been forced to deal with that, to do something about it. It gives us things like learning more about what happens to the human mind when we respond to tragedy, and the way that we process things and hold on to things, and doing things to be better at intervening for traumatic experiences that happens to human beings. There's a commonality there. The way that we fall in among each other, it builds that esprit de corps. It builds that desire to do better, desire to be able to pull our weight and go out and perform our mission as effectively as possible. When Rico was talking about his experience working on the cutter, and he's part of the firefighting team. He was training for that mission because that mission was real. It could happen. That mission mattered, so they were prepared for it. They learned how to don and doff their PPE. They learned their team choreography so that they could go out and perform that mission, come back, train again, rinse and repeat. I'm sure you experienced that in the fire service. We have a mission set. We're prepared for it. We're trained for it in our in-service academy. Some of the qualifications that we were asked to go and get prepare us for it, but we continue to train together. The physical nature, we keep ourselves, this body, sorry that I pointed to this one when I did that. But the bodies that we're given is the tool that we use to accomplish that mission, right? So we got to exercise our body, you know, so that we can be fit enough to accomplish the mission, but also be prepared mentally, because it's a physical thing as well.
Segueing from that, like Tim was saying, like that sweat equity, that answering the call and that mission is what builds that family. And that to me also kind of exemplifies paramilitary, because that military structure is going to bump up against that family structure and answering the call and being there for one another in tough times, because there are calls that you aren't prepared for, and you're going to lean on the people that you serve with. And being able to have that after action review, come back and debrief and kind of just talk about what you guys all went through together. Yeah, you respect your rank and it's there, but also too, that family's there. It's like, hey, like you checking on your people. Hey, are you doing all right? I know with Rancho, we have a really great, just wanting to look out for one another. Like, hey, are you okay? Our chiefs will call and check us after tough calls. Hey, are you doing okay? Captains, everybody from the top down, whether you're a rookie or not. You know, we've had some rookies that have been on their first week on the floor and had some rough calls. And as firefighters, you want to reach out to them and make sure everyone's doing okay. So yeah, that paramilitary is there, but also too, I think interwoven into that is going to be that family.